Chapter 1, the reality check. Let's talk about what's actually happening out there. The average Social Security check right now is around $1,900 a month. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in most U.S. cities, easily $1,500 or more. That's before groceries, before medication, before you do anything that makes life actually worth living. Now, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You've done the math. And that's probably part of why you're watching this right now. Here's what I want you to understand, though. There is a growing group of people in our age bracket who have quietly added an extra $500, $1,000, even $2,000 a month in income. Not by going back to work, not by driving for Uber, by building something simple online, something that runs even when they're not sitting in front of it. That's what this video is about. Chapter 2, the Faceless channel superpower. Now here's the part that stopped me in my tracks when I first saw this. The most successful channels doing this. Channels bringing in real monthly income. Most of them never show a face. Not once. No camera, no lighting setup, no worrying about how you look or sound. Just a voice, some visuals, and information people are already searching for. Think about that for a second. You can literally run this from your kitchen table, your back porch, a hotel room in Florida. All you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. That's not a sales pitch, and that's just how it works. And for our generation, people who spent decades showing up, clocking in, answering to someone else's schedule. And then the idea that you could build something that works while you're out living your life, that changes the math completely. Chapter 3, but I'm not technical enough. I already know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but I'm just not technical enough for this. I hear you, and 2 years ago I might have agreed with you, but here's what changed everything. AI, not robots, not science fiction, just tools you can actually talk to, like having a really smart assistant sitting next to you who never gets tired and never judges your questions. You tell it what you want to make a video about. It helps you write the script. Another tool turns that script into a voiceover that sounds like you. Another tool finds the visuals. You put it together, and honestly, even that part has gotten easier than assembling IKEA furniture. The technical barrier that used to keep people like us out of this space, like it's basically gone. The only thing left is deciding whether you want to take the first step. Chapter 4, how the money actually works. And let me tell you exactly how the money works in this model. And I'm going to use myself as the example because I think that's more honest than quoting someone else's numbers. There are 2 income streams I want to focus on, and the first is affiliate marketing. This simply means recommending something you genuinely believe in. Someone watches your video, clicks your link, makes a purchase, you earn a commission. No inventory, no shipping, no phone calls. You made that recommendation once in a video, and it keeps working long after you filmed it. The second is digital products. And this is where it gets personal for me. With the help of AI, I have been able to do something I never imagined. I took everything I've learned as a contractor, as a father, as a grandfather, and I put it on paper. Real guidebooks from lived truth. Think about that for a second. The things you know. The mistakes you made so your kids wouldn't have to. The wisdom you picked up the hard way over 50 years. AI helped me turn all of that into something I can share, something I can sell, something that outlasts me, a bridge into grandchildren who might never get the chance to sit across from you and ask the right questions. That's not just a side hustle, that's a legacy with a revenue stream attached to it. Chapter 5, a real week in the life. Let me paint a picture of what this actually looks like week to week. You wake up when you want to, you make your coffee, you sit down for a couple of hours, not because you have to, but because you're building something. Maybe you're working on a video about a lesson you learned raising your kids. Maybe you're finishing a guide about something you spent 30 years mastering. An AI tool helps you shape it. Your own voice narrates it, you upload it, then you close the laptop and go be a grandparent. Go travel, go do whatever retirement was supposed to look like. Meanwhile, that video is out there, working, being found by people searching for exactly what you know. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now here's what I want you to hear, and I mean really hear this. Anything worth having takes time to build. You already know that. You've built careers, raised families, weathered recessions, buried people you loved and kept going. Building something online that generates a real income and leaves something behind for your family, that is absolutely within your reach. The tools finally caught up to make it possible. The only question is whether you're ready to start. Chapter 6. Meet Matt. Yes, he's young. Here's why that matters. Now I want to introduce you to something, and I'm going to get ahead of it right now because I believe in being straight with you. The program I'm going to recommend was built by a young man named Matt Parr. And yes, he's young, still in his teens when he started this. I know what some of you are thinking. I thought it too. But here's what changed my mind. I have spent 48 years mastering construction. I know things about building a home that took me decades of hard lessons to learn. If a 25-year-old came to me and said, I need to build something right, I'd expect them to listen. Matt Parr is that guy, except his expertise isn't construction. It's YouTube. It's building faceless channels that generate real income. And he figured it out before most of us knew this opportunity even existed. His program is called Tube Mastery and Monetization. It's the most straightforward roadmap I've found for building exactly what we've been talking about in this video. It walks you through choosing a niche, building your channel, creating content, monetizing it, step by step. No fluff, no overwhelming hoops to jump through. I went through it myself, not because someone told me to, because I needed to understand what I was recommending to people I respect. And I do respect you. That's why I'm telling you about it. Now, I want to be transparent with you. If you decide this is right for you and use the link below, I earn a small commission. That's the affiliate model working exactly the way I described it in this video. No extra cost to you, ever. The link is in the description below. Take a look. Make your own call. Chapter 7, your first 5 steps. All right, let's make this real. I'm not going to tell you this is effortless. You know me better than that by now. But I am going to tell you that the first steps are simpler than you think. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what they look like. Make sure to explore where I ask you to go. They are always improving the system for efficiency. Step 1, pick your niche. That's just a fancy word for your topic. And what do you know? What have you lived through? What could you talk about for an hour without notes? For me, it was construction, parenting, life after 50. Those aren't random choices, and they're decades of experience that somebody out there is searching for right now. Step 2, set up your YouTube channel. This takes about 20 minutes. Seriously. A channel name, a simple description, a banner image. Done. Step 3, your first video idea. Not your first video, just the idea, one topic, one question your audience is already asking. Step 4, your tools. Now, just like there are tools I've purchased over the years to make my construction company run more efficiently, better software, better equipment, there are additional tools Matt has developed to make this process even easier. I'll point you toward exactly what I use and what Matt recommends in the description below. Step 5, upload and stay consistent, not daily. Not even weekly to start, just consistent. One video every 2 weeks beats 10 videos in 1 month, and then nothing. Here's what I want you to take away from this. I am doing every single one of these steps myself. No team, no tech department, just me, a laptop, and the same AI tools I've been telling you about. If I can do this while running a construction company I've had since 1989, you can do this from your kitchen table. Chapter 8, don't take my word for it. Watch what I built. I want to show you something. Everything I've described in this video, the Faceless channel, the AI tools, the digital products, the affiliate model, I didn't just research it, I built it. This channel you're watching right now, Retire Smarter Life, this is my proof of concept. I built it the same way I just described to you, step by step. No outsourcing, no tech team, just me figuring it out one day at a time. And here's what I want you to notice. The video you're watching right now was created using the exact same tools I've been telling you about. The voiceover you've been listening to, that's my voice, cloned with AI. The footage behind these words, stock video, no camera crew. I'm not showing you a theory. I am showing you the thing itself. Now I also want to share something more personal. Along the way, I started writing. Really writing. Things I should have put down on paper years ago. A parenting guide that doesn't lie to you. A memoir in decades. A guide for homeowners so they don't get taken advantage of by contractors the way too many people do. AI helped me find the words, but the truth in those pages, that came from living. That's what I mean when I say this technology is a gift, not just for making money, for leaving something behind that matters. So when I tell you this opportunity is real, I'm not reading from someone else's script. I'm standing in the middle of it, and I'm inviting you to come build something too. Chapter 9, Beyond Just Videos. And before we go any further, I want to say something that I don't think gets said enough. I am not just talking about making videos. I'm talking about being part of something that is still being written. Think about what we watched happen to music. Napster showed up and the record industry never recovered. Then streaming buried what was left. Think about what happened to movies. Blockbuster had 1,000 locations. Then Netflix showed up. Then everything changed overnight. Think about cable TV. 100 channels and nothing on. Our parents paid for it every month without question. And now people are cutting the cord by the millions. Every single year, YouTube is doing to television what Netflix did to Blockbuster. I know that sounds bold, but I believe it with everything I've got. And I think deep down, you've already felt it too. When was the last time you sat down and watched whatever happened to be on versus going straight to something you actually chose? That shift is not slowing down, it is accelerating. Smart TVs, YouTube on the big screen, channels built by regular people being watched by millions every single day. The people building channels right now are not just making side income. They are staking a claim on the platform that is replacing the one our parents watched every night after dinner. That is not a small thing. That is a generational opportunity, and it is sitting right in front of you. Chapter 10. The tools are getting better every single week. Let me tell you something that I find genuinely mind-blowing, and I say that as someone who spent 48 years with his hands in the dirt. The software being built right now to help people do exactly what I'm describing is evolving faster than anything I have ever seen in my lifetime. 2 years ago, if you wanted to clone your own voice for a video, you needed a recording studio and a sound engineer. Today, I did it from my kitchen table in about an hour. 2 years ago, if you wanted stock footage that matched your script, you hired someone or spent days searching. Today, an AI tool finds it, times it, and drops it in. 2 years ago, if you wanted to write a script, you either wrote it yourself or paid a copywriter. Today, I describe what I want to say, and AI helps me shape it into something polished in minutes. And here's what I need you to understand. This is not the finished version of these tools. This is the early version. The people building this software are not slowing down. They are sprinting. Every week something new drops that makes the process faster, cheaper, and more accessible than the week before. Which means the gap between I wish I could do that and I am actually doing that is closing fast. The question is whether you are on the right side of that gap when it closes. Chapter 11. The cost of waiting, missing the wave. I want to talk to you about waves for a minute because I think it's the best way I know to explain what's happening right now. One of my midlife crisis events was learning to surf in surfing. There is a moment when a wave is building. You can see it coming. You have a window to position yourself. If you move when you see it, you catch it. You ride it all the way in. If you wait until it's obvious to everyone, you're already too late. The wave is past you, and your paddling is useless, wondering what happened. YouTube works the same way. Right now, in almost every niche worth being in, there is still room. The algorithm still rewards new channels that show up consistently with good content. Search results still have gaps that a smart creator can fill. That window does not stay open forever. The channels being built today are still early. The people starting 2 years from now are going to be fighting for scraps in a much more crowded room. I am not saying this to create panic. I am saying it because I spent too many years in business watching other contractors adopt new tools before I did, watching them get the jobs I should have had. I learned that lesson the hard way. You don't have to. The wave is here right now. The only question is whether you're going to paddle. Chapter 12. Why starting before you retire is the power move. Now I want to speak directly to the people watching this who haven't retired yet. Because if that's you, you have an advantage that most people completely overlook. You have income coming in right now. That means you are not building this out of desperation. You are building it out of strategy. Think about what that changes. When you are not depending on this to pay next month's rent, you can take your time and do it right. You can learn the tools without the pressure of a deadline. You can post your first video knowing it doesn't have to be perfect because you have a runway. And here's the part that changes everything. These channels take time to build. The algorithm rewards consistency over time. Most channels start seeing real traction somewhere between 6 months and a year of steady posting. If you start today and you retire in 18 months, you could walk away from your job and walk straight into a channel that is already gaining momentum. You would not be starting from zero when you need it most. You would be arriving somewhere you already built. That is not a side hustle. That is a retirement strategy, and it is available to anyone willing to start before they think they need to. Chapter 13. The compounding effect, the asset that grows while you sleep. I want to leave you with one last idea, and I want you to really sit with this one. You already understand compounding interest. You put money in, it earns, and then those earnings earn. Over time, the growth becomes something you could not have predicted from the starting point. A YouTube channel works exactly the same way. Your first video goes out, maybe 100 people watch it, maybe less. That is fine, because it is still out there, working. Your 10th video goes out. Now you have 10 videos working, each one pointing to the others, each one building a little more trust with the algorithm. Your 50th video goes out, and something starts to shift. The channel has weight now. Search results start favoring you. Subscribers start arriving without you chasing them. Older videos start getting found by people who never knew you existed. That is compounding. And just like financial compounding, the results feel slow at first, and then they feel unstoppable. Here's what I know from 38 years of running a business. The people who build something real do not do it because they saw instant results. They do it because they understood that consistent effort over time produces outcomes that effort alone never could. Every video you post is a brick. You are not just making content, you are building something that earns while you sleep, something that grows while you travel, something that outlasts the job, the commute, and maybe even the version of you that was too busy to start. The only brick that doesn't count is the one you never laid. Chapter 14. So here's where we land. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I want to bring it home. You now know why retirement income looks different than it did for our parents. You know what a faceless YouTube channel is and how it generates real income. You know the tools that make it possible. You know the wave that is building right now and what it costs to wait. And you know that someone your age with no tech background, no camera crew, and a construction company he's still running is building this right now. So here's what I want you to do next. The link to Matt Parr's Tube Mastery and Monetization program is in the description below. Take a look. No pressure, no rush. Just see if it speaks to you the way it spoke to me. And hit that subscribe button. Not for me, for you, because this channel is a live journal of everything I'm building. The books I've written from Live Truth, the apps I've built with AI as my co-pilot, the lessons I'm learning in real time and passing along to you. Yeah. You won't just watch someone talk about this opportunity. You'll watch someone doing it, step by step, no filters, no highlight reel, just the real road. And when those digital products are ready, the guides, the books, the tools built from decades of real experience, you'll hear about them here first. I genuinely believe that YouTube is replacing television as we know it, not someday, now, and for the first time in history, regular people with real-life experience and something genuine to say have the same distribution platform as a billion-dollar studio. That is the world we are living in right now. I don't know about you, but I did not work this hard for this many years to sit on the sidelines of something like that. This is just the beginning.